So we're good. Is that good? Do you want to raise it up a little bit more?
No, we're good. Like, is this good for you? You don't want it there?
No. I want it. I want it there. I just want it to be as close
To my
so
mouth?
it's like, yeah.
Okay.
So I can raise it up if it needs to,
No,
if
it's
you
okay.
if you want to keep it right there.
I just don't want my lipstick to get on here.
That's fine. It looks better with the lipstick on there.
Okay. Like Selena's mic, you know?
Oh yeah. Have you been there before?
Yes. You know, like she's from here. Yeah.
Like Jackson, Texas. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like my daughter's first birthday was Selena themed.
Oh really?
It was, well, okay. We didn't have a birthday party.
Yeah.
But we did Bitty Bitty I'm One for her pictures.
Did you make that up?
I sure did.
That's pretty good.
I know. I even have, and I'm so mad. Like, I had a book that was like the Selena book that my wife actually got when I was pregnant with my son because we didn't know if we were having a boy or a girl. And it's the children's book. That's the children's book. And I did not put it in her pictures. But my photographer did it up all Selena theme like I wanted her to. And I made like the jumpsuit. I couldn't find the right purple. So I made one myself. Like
That's
I
awesome.
dyed it and everything.
Did her dad work for Dow? Do you know?
Yes.
He worked in the plants.
Yes. Yeah.
Dang.
I don't know if the movie
portrayed that. It showed
like,
the plant in the background.
Right. But I don't know, like, and it showed, I thought it showed him in a building in the beginning, but I don't know if that was like really the building he worked in.
Yeah, I always wondered if he was like a staff person or an operator person.
Yeah.
Like was he doing shift work or was he not?
Probably.
I always thought about that.
Maybe not. He looked like kind of like mechanical engineering.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know. He looked pretty, I feel like all the men in that generation like went for like engineering.
I'm always skeptical about Mexicans being engineers.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess because I come from a Hispanic family.
Yeah.
And
I mean, like,
there's not any engineers. We're like Mexican engineers.
yeah.
Like we got some ingenuity in us,
Yeah.
but we don't have the official paper.
I mean, like, hey, official or not, an engineer's an engineer. Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like I could do like mechanical stuff here and there. Most of these light fixtures in this house are hung by me.
Yeah.
None of them have fallen yet.
It looks really good.
There's no flickering.
No.
I mean, don't stare too long.
Do you have any questions before we get there's not like a bell or timer or anything like that. We just go until we go.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. The only thing is like keep this awkwardly close to your mouth.
Okay.
The reason is because I'm going to be close to it like this.
Okay.
And when I'm close to it, it sounds like if we had the headphones on, you'd understand why, but it sounds like rich and full. And then, you know, if you're listening to like music through a door
Yeah.
and it sounds like muffled,
Okay.
you'll sound far away.
Okay. So
Does that
keep it
make
close.
sense?
So keep it awkwardly close.
Awkwardly close as if it
So
was.
you're gonna know like if I fall asleep or something because it'll just like hit me in the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hear the in your mouth.
I really hate those videos.
You don't like those AMS? No?
Hate it. I do not. I'm like, it could seriously enrage me and I could probably be on an episode of Snapped if I hear somebody chewing.
Do you have one of those weird sensory things?
I don't know. I wouldn't even call it a weird it's like drinking or like just I could do it, but like somebody else doing it, I'm like, no.
I'm trying to figure out how to tell you this without sounding weird, but Kelly has a weird sensory thing with like
Make it weird.
Yeah, like me on her like me kissing her neck.
Yeah.
She has a weird sensory
She's
thing
like,
about it. Yeah.
Like, because she could hear it.
I don't know.
I don't
Hear it or
know.
feel it? Both? Or maybe it's just me?
Maybe it's just you.
She just doesn't like when I do it?
Yeah,
Anyone
maybe.
else, she could do it, but not
Yeah,
me.
not you. We'll test it out later.
That's funny. So is your name? So I pronounce your name Danielle, right?
Danielle.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. Well, thank you for doing this. I wanted to talk with you for a while. We love your company.
Thanks.
And food tastes amazing. You're an awesome cook. So
Thanks.
appreciate you for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
How long have you officially been in business?
Officially, so October the 19th was our first day within Refined.
Okay.
So a little over a month now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Before that, I mean, we were not legal, but we were there.
Yeah. It seems like y'all been around way longer than just a month.
I feel like we built up the anticipation. There was like a lot of anticipation that we were trying to get up there, and I feel like it worked. I feel like people were excited that we were coming.
Yeah. What was the like genesis of it? Like how did it come to fruition?
Well, my wife told me that I needed to go get a job. And I was like, So I was going to school for court reporting. I have finished my theory. I just cannot for the life of me like take tests. I'm a horrible test taker. So like my speed test, like it's all about speed. It's not about whether you know it or not. I have a lot of hesitation. So when I'm hearing the dictations, I just like pause and I freak out. Well, you can't do that because if you're in court, they're like, hey, like we got to go. So she was like, hey, you were paying for school every month. You have to get a job because like market's slowing down. She's in real estate. Like we got to do this. And I was like, all right, cool. What if I start making stuff? Like, what if I make meals for people? Because my son and I do TikToks together and we make like, we'll bake, we'll make any types of food. Like they're all on there. So I was like, what if I do that? And she's like, let's just like scale it back a minute. Let's check this out. Like we cook at home all the time. I was like, what if I start with bagel bombs? So we started making bagel bombs.
Did you make that name up, or is that a popular name already? The bagel bombs.
Well, I mean, I felt like we made it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I never like went to go Google it after that. I wanted to say bagel balls because I just felt like there's like a lot of play on balls that I could have said. But my wife told me no. She was like, we're not going to do that. Family friendly around here.
Yeah, so she's the professional one.
Yeah, I mean, me, like, I like to get really weird. And she's like, hey, we just need to
calm down a little bit.
Let's just tune it back. So then she was like, well, what about bagel bombs? Because it's like a bomb that goes off in your mouth. And I was like, balls would have been better, but okay. And so that's how those came about. And then from there, we decided, we were like, what about breakfast sandwiches? I'm a breakfast person. I can eat breakfast for like any meal. Like love it. Like snack, let's cook up some eggs. Like migas, all right, let's cool. So there's like so many things that we wanted to do with breakfast. And then that's really how it came about, was that I didn't want to go back to work at 9 to 5 for somebody. So I was like, let's just do it.
So did you have your eye on Refined as the place to start in, or you were doing it like from your house at first, right?
Right. And the health department was like, no, you can't do that. I was like, okay, great. I love that.
Is it just food you can't do it with? There's a code.
It's like, so you could cook bread in your home, but you can't cook like cream cheese, anything temperature controlled, like meats. You can't do meats, different kind of meats. And there's a lot of people out there that do it. But
that's so bizarre to me. Do they know where, like what's the reason? Is there a good reason behind it? Like sanitation? I'm assuming that's what it is, right?
I just don't, to me, like, I don't know how you could say like, yes, you could cook bread, but you can't cook meats or cheeses in your home. Like if you're sanitation, I mean, like who's to say bread's made on the counter? Like you're telling me people with cats, like there's, like you're telling me your cat's never jumped on your counter? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, like milk comes out of nipples.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
How sanitized is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know?
Like if you get raw milk from a local rancher or a dairy farmer, like they're milking. In one of those the Milk King, well, you know the Milk King. Yeah. I had him on the podcast and he was saying like some of the most dirtiest dairy farmers are organic ones.
Gross.
Because they want to abide by the organic like rules and regulations where they can't give antibiotics or medicine to the cows. Yeah. Because then it's not organic and they can't sell the meat or the milk. Yeah. So it'll be like nasty milk coming from the cow.
That's why I'm not organic. See?
I don't get some of these rules. These rules are dumb.
No. Yeah, I don't get it either.
So what did they do when they called you? They called you and said, "Hey, we can't."
She did. She called me. I had said like, hey, I'm gonna do bagel bombs by the dozen, let me know if you want some. And my wife and I had been looking at like the regulations of it, and I was like, I think we're good. Like, I mean, it's just bread, like we could cook our bread, like yes, it's stuffed with cream cheese, but it's baked. So I thought like I didn't want to say like a workaround. I just thought like it's baked, so it's hot, I'm serving it right then. And so I got a call on the way to go get like the bags and stuff for it. And I was like, my phone's ringing. My wife's like, just don't answer it unless it's the health inspector or something. And like, sure enough, I was like, hello. And she thought I was joking. And I was like, I'm sorry, the what? She was like, you can't sell these out of your house. And I was like,
they found you from a Facebook post?
From a Facebook post.
So did someone report you?
I don't know. To this day, I don't know. Maybe.
Was it on your personal Facebook page?
Yes.
So someone had to have been like, hey.
Are
there any other local like breakfast boxes like you?
No.
No?
Not anything breakfast related that I know of.
This is a conspiracy theory.
I know.
That we need to get to the bottom of.
Yeah. I mean, if
Who
you could
reported you?
I don't know.
We need to find this out.
Who doesn't like me? Come forward.
We need to find this out.
We do.
They just found you off Facebook.
That's
and,
what and it was
you.
like within
How'd they
30
get your
minutes.
number?
Well, my number was on the post.
Okay.
But I'm like, ma'am, I've seen people selling tamales out of their home. Okay.
No, every year.
Yeah. And I'm not hating on them. Like, hey, I support the hustle. But I'm like, that's just really weird.
Yeah.
It's just like, but, I just let go, let God,
Yeah. So what'd she say?
Hey, you can't sell these. And I'm like, ma'am, I already have 30 orders. I have payments for 30 orders.
Yeah.
And she's like, you have to find somewhere to cook them out of. And I'm like, I don't know anybody. Like, I don't know anybody that has a commercial kitchen. And I was like, well, I know a place out in Freeport. And I'm like, if it's a different city, does that matter? And then I was like, I don't want to ask him. So I went to her find and I was like, hey, can I cook these here? She's like, yeah.
Wow.
I was like, all right, cool. So
Did you know the people at Refined before you walked in?
Well, I knew Monica from like school, like in passing.
Okay.
And then Ariana, like I had met her that day. Like I think it was like a couple days before that because we had talked about a kitchen, and or like she said that like, hey, if you do a kitchen, like it's all you. Like I'm not gonna do anything with it. And I'm like, all right. She's like, permitting, all you. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, I met them and like. I gave them samples of my food. I tried to woo them. Yeah. I was like, hey, can I
take this food?
Yeah, take this food. They were like, this is you cooked this? I'm like, sure did.
That's awesome. So how quick did all that take place?
So we started talking about it in August. And then I think September we had like we had some things installed in the back. And I mean, it was pretty fast. Like
I remember them mentioning it. Like, I feel like October is when I heard about it, maybe.
Yeah. So October 19th is when we first opened. And I think we signed a contract like back in September.
Good night.
Yeah. July. September.
I'm so happy that y'all do like breadless stuff.
Yes.
That's the jam.
Yeah. You're not completely breadless though, right?
I mean, I'll mess around a little bit. I'll do pizza.
Bit. Yeah.
But I try not to.
Yeah.
I try to stick to like low carb.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
I do, yeah. I mean, I try to stick away with like low carb. Like
how can you though? Like you're around that all the time. Do you ever like make extra just for you?
I mean,
like
do sometimes. Okay, but like don't be telling people. No, I mean, I just like the breadless option. So like years ago, we used to do keto. My dad is like diabetic, heart failure.
Wow.
Like obese, like anything that you could think of, like my dad's had it, and it like got me to thinking like I don't want to live that life. Right. And I mean, like I come from like a long generation of like people that just like don't take care of themselves, and I mean that's no hate to them, like it is what it is. And so I was like, I can't do that. I don't want to do that anymore. So when I was doing keto, I felt like I was messing with my like my sugar levels, but I would feel my sugar just like completely drop. I just like felt like I never got to like level it out. And then I've like just cut back dramatically. Like I'll still have like, if I have my sandwich and I want bread, I'll just do like one slice of bread or something like that. But I mean, I think I'd rather not have bread. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. Yeah. But I mean, like, I'll have a bagel bomb. Yeah. Yeah.
They're so
like,
good.
The end of the shift, I'm like, how many I have left over?
I think the first time I had your bagel bombs was at the farmer's market.
Oh, really?
I think that was the first time.
Wow. Your wife's been eating my balls before you have.
I know.
I mean, bombs. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, here and there.
Yeah.
But I had them, and then I overate. I forget how many she had in the box, and then I told her, I was like, you need to go get another box. Yeah. And then
that's when she came over there. She's like, I'm only gonna get a dozen because John doesn't do bread. And then so she came back, and I was like,
John ate them all.
What happened? And she's like, John ate bread.
Well, I told you, if I'm all the way in, I'm in.
You're in.
And then I'm committed, and I'm gonna make myself all sick.
Yeah.
But that's just how it goes.
Hey, yeah.
What's your favorite thing on the menu?
The sweet heat.
I don't think I've had that one.
I know.
What is that?
That has like a pepper jelly on it, bacon crumble, arugula, an over easy egg, with cheddar cheese.
Is it a sandwich?
Sandwich.
Oh, damn. That
I
sounds
made
good.
it into an open face sandwich because like I didn't only want to do one slice of bread today.
Yeah.
And so I did like open faced. So good.
That sounds delicious.
That is the sandwich that started everything.
Oh, really?
That is. I made that sandwich. We had went on vacation and I had tried a sandwich similar to that. And I was like, I want the sandwich. And anytime we go somewhere, like I love to recreate foods. Like I will, like down to the sauce, like I will recreate it and make it better. And so we had it and Taylor's like, this is it. And I was like, this sandwich is delicious. And that's like, we were like, this will be the first sandwich that we ever make.
That's freaking awesome. Do you feel pressure to keep reinventing things or have a bunch of things on the menu? Or if customers come in and say, hey, would you have this? What about that?
Yeah.
How do
I
you manage
do.
that?
A lot of people have like given me a lot of flack about not having gluten-free options. And I mean, I could like keep on adding stuff. Like everybody's like giving me suggestions like, hey, don't do any bread. So I'm like, okay, well, the no bread, will that help with like the gluten-free people?
That's gluten-free, right?
Yeah, because there's no bread.
There's no bread, right?
But I just feel like I don't know enough about gluten-free. Like, is it just the bread? Is there something else in my sauce that has gluten in it? I don't want to present something as gluten-free and they're like, hey, I have a gluten allergy and you like really messed me up.
I think gluten's only in bread, right?
I don't know.
Let's do a quick Google search. What do you think?
Do it. I don't know. Because I feel like I get so many answers. I'm like, I can't. I have.
Oh, so you've looked this up before?
I have, but I'm like, I just feel like there has to be, like my children's medicine says gluten-free.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know. See, so I'm like, I don't know really what's gluten.
Let's see, what is gluten in? It could be in soy sauce, ice cream, certain medications, beauty products, and dietary supplements. What foods are high in gluten? Wheat, rye, barley, yeast, malt. So it seems like, I don't know why it would be in medicine, but it seems like anything carby, I just made that up, carbs, or starchy has gluten in it. So I think the like your keto,
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it. Do you call it keto line or what do you call it on your menu? Just like the bunless?
Yeah, it's just like an option, like
Okay.
no bread. I don't have like its own category because it's just, I mean, like you can't do our toast breadless because that would just be weird. Like what is it? Just like a half of avocado? Yeah. I'm like, but I don't know. Like I'm just afraid like what if like something in my sauce has gluten?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I guess I would have to read through everything. That's why like I really want to sit down with somebody that's genuinely like gluten-free.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, gluten-free bread is automatically higher than a regular bread.
Right.
So I don't want to be like, oh, well, I'm going to charge you XYZ for gluten-free bread because I'm like, I don't feel like you should be charged extra for bread, but gluten-free bread is expensive.
Is organic gluten-free?
I don't know.
Oh God. See, now you
Do
got
they have
online.
organic bread?
Yeah.
For real?
If it's not, I don't know what it all like involves, but it's like if it's not sprayed with anything, if the wheat or the rye is not sprayed with like glyphosate or pesticides or something like that.
Oh, I didn't even think
that's
of that.
one of the things.
So it would be
that's
like
organic.
way far down the line, like because I didn't even think about that.
Hold on. So what was I? What
Organic
is organic
bread.
gluten free?
Gluten-free.
Is organic bread. That's the number one searched option. Gluten is a type of protein molecule found in wheat, barley, and rye that forms within the kernel of the grain as it grows. Since organic wheat is simply wheat that's grown organically, it most certainly contains gluten. So it's a molecule. So gluten free is like genetically bred to, like, no pun intended, genetically bred to be gluten free. Is that what that means?
I guess.
So it sounds like.
That's just I don't know. Like
I listen to a lot of podcasts, and they say that the reason people are gluten intolerant, this is like a conspiracy, is because of like the glyphosate and the pesticides that get sprayed on bread.
Really?
So if people go to Italy and eat the bread there, they don't have to eat gluten-free bread, and it's simply because their bread doesn't contain as much crap as ours do.
Wow.
That's pretty wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We should go there. I'm not gluten intolerant, but I mean, we should still go there.
I don't think I am.
Yeah. Like, how would you know? Because people are like allergic to it, or they're just like, they can't, like, something happen.
We sound like a bunch of losers right now because we don't know what it is.
Right.
Yeah. Is it an
I don't know anybody close
reaction?
enough to me that I would, like, I genuinely want somebody to sit down with me and, I mean, like, not look at me like I'm stupid because I have these questions.
Yeah. I don't know if gluten's an allergy or not.
I think you can be allergic.
Can you?
But I also think, like, you could be...
like, intolerant to it? Like, people are, like, lactose intolerant?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's for sure me.
Yeah. So maybe we should, like, partner up and try to find somebody
There's got to be someone.
Maybe both, like, gluten intolerant and gluten allergy, so we can know the...
Has someone came in and talked to you about this? About, like, your menu before?
I get comments all the time.
Really?
Yeah, all the time. Like, when I first posted on BC Updates, they're like, wow, no gluten-free options? When are you having gluten-free options? And I'm like,
you put yourself
God
out
dang,
there.
let me just open up, guys. Or, like, somebody would be like... My favorite comment, we had first opened, it was like 7:30 to 11:30 was our hours. And people were like, oh my God, you're opening like whenever people are already at work and like we already have our breakfast. I haven't seen one of those MFers there, and I open at 6:30 now. Yeah. I'm like, where you at, Samantha? Yeah. Like, where you at?
Posting on BC Updates is like throwing like shark food out in the ocean.
No, for
and
real.
Just waiting for.
I'm just like putting myself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Kelly always think about like posting something about our business.
Y'all haven't done it?
No, I don't think we have.
Why?
Just for that reason, like,
I'm gonna do it. I mean, like, people are gonna eat you alive regardless.
No matter what.
They're gonna either say it behind your back or they're gonna say it to your face.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, respect for saying it to my face, but I'm still bitter about you not coming at 6:30 if somebody...
Do you have a lot of people say it to your face about, like, giving you criticism in general?
No, because I don't listen. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I feel like no one would really be rude to you.
I don't know.
Person.
I mean, like, I feel like...
It's easy to be rude on a BC Updates, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, I just like, if somebody has something to tell me, like, okay, like for instance, I had like a taste testing over here at my house. Yeah. And it was about the sauce. They were like, did you just pull this out of the refrigerator? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's where I keep my sauces. Like, where do you want me to keep them on my nightstand? And like, they were like, the sauce is cold. And so if I have a hot sandwich, it like but I think it was like something with them because I'm like, hey, sauce is sauce, like whether it's warm, like I don't know, like
I feel like a warm sauce is weird,
right,
unless it's like hot sauce,
well,
even like at hot sauce, even at Mexican restaurants, like if it's hot sauce,
like if warm, it's actually warm.
Oh, I don't like it.
It's
kind of weird.
Well, I don't know.
I like a cold sauce.
You like a cold salsa?
Yeah,
man. Sorry, speaking of salsa, I make a bomb salsa.
I need you to make me some.
I have some in my refrigerator, so after this, I'll let you try it. Bet. Like if you like hot stuff.
I do. I love hot stuff.
You love hot stuff. Yeah. Okay. Because I grow my own jalapenos.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a whole garden back there.
That's why I'm with Kelly. I love hot stuff.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
Hey, look at her.
Yeah,
okay.
Points for me. Points for me.
Points for you.
So what they say about the cold? So they didn't like the contrast between
like
the cold and the hot?
cold and the hot. And I'm like, okay, like great. I appreciate your opinion.
I'm not that picky of an eater though. Like I'm just like
me either.
I'm just not that picky.
I'm not either. But I'm like, I get it. Like if you're like weird about textures or whatever, I have never been weird about textures. Like nothing like weirds me out.
Yeah.
And I'll like try everything twice.
Same.
Like I mean, once like you could like have an off day. That's why I give everything twice.
Yeah.
Like that's. Yeah.
I don't think there's a food that I don't like.
Yeah.
I'll eat anything.
Same. I'm trying to think.
I can't think of something where I'm like,
yeah.
I don't want to eat that.
Yeah.
I just love everything.
Me too.
I just love food.
Yeah. No, me too. Same. I'm like trying to think. Like there's literally nothing.
Have you taken anything off the menu?
No.
From feedback?
No.
No?
No. Because if you don't like it, like, don't get it again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
All right.
That's just, I mean, that's no hate. Like, but I mean, like, try something else.
Yeah.
I really do. And I need to, like, this is just me. I'm like, if I give something to somebody, like, if they buy something and, like, I don't hear any feedback and I'm like, did you hate it? Like, I need some feedback. Like, I want you to tell me, like, did you not like it? Like, was it not for you? Or, like, it really bothers me when somebody, like, alters something on the menu.
Right.
Like, I say alters. Like, when they take off something, I'm like, these are specific components put together. But I'm like, I have to understand, like, not everybody's taste buds are the same.
Right.
So, like, our Waldorf toast, it's like a feta red pepper egg with drizzles of hot honey, and it's like an over easy egg, and somebody's like, I don't like over easy egg, can I get it scrambled? And I'm like, yes.
You're missing the over easy part,
I'm like,
though.
that's delicious. Like, we just try it like it is before you alter it.
Right.
Or like somebody will take off the sauce on one of my sandwiches and I'm like, did you try the sauce?
Yeah.
So I like when somebody's like, remove hot honey, I'm like, I put it on the side because I'm like, are you iffy about the hot honey? Like, or you just don't like hot honey?
Oh, yeah.
Because like if you're iffy, and I'll tell them, I'll be like, hey, I still put the hot honey on the side. If you haven't tried it, just try it. Like because honey on toast, like people are like, that's kind of weird, hot honey. But I'm like, if you try the flavors, like just try it.
Right.
Or we have one that has like a boiled shredded egg on it. It's weird.
Boiled, shredded. So you boil it like a full boil, like not a soft boil.
And we shred it.
That's interesting.
And it has lemon zest, arugula, goat cheese, and drizzle of balsamic vinegar. But if you see it, you're like, I don't like balsamic vinegar. I'm like, can you try it?
Right.
Like, if I could just get this in enough people's mouths, I promise you're going to love it.
Are we still talking about the bagel bombs here?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I might be off topic here. I like to get weird. I told you, you know? But I just like that's what I want. Like if I could just get it in enough people's mouths, like you're going to love it. And if you don't love it, like that's great. But I mean, you're going to.
What's people's favorite?
It's a hit or miss, man.
Really?
Like we'll get, like I really thought the holy aioli, that's probably, I want to say that's our top seller.
Aioli. That's a type of sauce, right?
Yes.
Aioli
So it's
sauce.
a garlic aioli sauce
Okay.
that I put on one of our sandwiches. And then my wife thought the Spice Delight, which is a Chipotle based sauce, was going to be the best one. And so I'm probably naive. I was like, the first day we're going to have a $10,000 day. She's like, you realize how many people we have to serve for that? And I was like, yeah, watch me. I just have like high hopes like that. Right. But I mean, like one day we could sell 20 of those sandwiches, then we'll sell 20 toast and no sandwiches. I mean, it's just like a hit or miss. And then like our croissants have become like our best seller. I'm like, do y'all not like our specialty stuff?
Those
like what? Yeah. Or like we'll sell no holy aiolis and all sweet heats, which is the one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
So it's just like, or like some days we'll sell out of our bagel bombs. And so I'll make double the next day. And then people are like, F bagel bombs, let's do a sandwiches. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I put boxes together and I go to local businesses and I'm like, hey, if you don't know we're here. And we do events. You can come eat breakfast in the morning. So let me know.
That's awesome. So you give away product.
I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you do it a lot? Like weekly or?
If I try to do it weekly.
Okay.
Because like I said, like I just want you, like nobody knows what a bagel bomb is. And I mean, not that many, unless you've had them. I mean, I've never Googled it. If like there's bagel bombs out there, like other people, I don't know what they have out there. I don't know what they're calling. I don't know if there is. I know that one person tried to copy us.
Someone try to bite your style? Is that the person that reported you?
I don't think so.
I think we're getting somewhere here.
I don't think it was that person. No, I don't think so. That was.
What if it was the health inspector?
Me. No. She's a nice lady. I like her now.
Someone try to bite your style locally?
Yeah.
Really?
We don't have to talk about that one.
Okay, we don't have to.
That was my fault.
We'll talk about it later.
Please.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I'll leave the cameras on. We'll talk about it later.
I know. Were you recording the whole time? Because I was taking pictures when you were outside. I was like, podcast.
That's funny. Hold on. So what were you saying? I forgot.
Oh, me too. See, sidetracked.
Yeah.
Roller coaster.
What was it? Menu?
Oh, what were we talking about?
I think the menu. Something about the menu. I forget.
Me too. No, I have a horrible memory. Like, I think I have dementia.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably not getting enough sleep.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I never get enough sleep, but like, I don't think I have dementia.
Are you? I've been wanting to ask you this for a long time. It's a weird question. Are you Italian or Hispanic?
I'm Hispanic. I'm half Hispanic, half French. My maiden name. I'm gonna spell it for you, but
Okay.
I want you to like see if you can pronounce it. Sweazea.
Wow.
Oh.
Swiss. I don't know.
It was Suije.
Suije?
Suije. Wow. Yeah. Now I have Hoff. Hoff. Hoff.
I like how you said it. You're like,
Hoff.
Suije. Do you have both of the things? Like where you keep like your maiden name? And
That's like so Mexican.
is it really?
Yeah.
That
But
is
I mean,
a
yeah,
Mexican
that's like
thing.
my mom. If my mom could have like all her husband's last names on there, she would add like she would add a lot.
All of her husband's name. Is that only a Mexican thing, or is that a girl?
No, I think
feel like more girls that these days are doing that.
I feel like that should really only be something like if I was a doctor, I wouldn't have like changed my name.
Yeah.
I would have been like, sorry, take my name. Like I worked hard for it. Like I heard that one time, this lady was like, no, like I'm a doctor. I got my last name. My last name's on stuff. Like I'm not changing my name. Like you change your name. I'm like, so me, I'm like, you know, like I don't care. Nobody can pronounce my last name. Like my other friend called me Sacagawea, like because he couldn't pronounce Suije, and I'm like, oh, that's fair. I'm
Isn't that like such an old school thing, like for the girl to change her name?
Yeah.
I have a lot of Mexican in me, so I kind of like agree with it.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of it, I'm like, that's like an 1700s thing.
Yeah.
Or older for someone to change their last name. Like, what does it
Yeah.
even mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I can't keep up with these, like, whatever.
I feel like more girls are doing it. And there's a lot of guys changing their names to the girls now.
Oh, that's weird.
You know that?
That's crazy.
You didn't know? You haven't heard that? You need to get on social media more.
Yeah, probably.
You should see
Like,
that.
who's doing that? Like,
Like younger, like Gen X. Yeah, or they won't change their name at all, which is, I think that's okay.
yeah, that's cool. I mean, like, hey, like, this is just going to be an unpopular opinion. Like, I didn't ever see myself getting married. So, like, marriage to me, like, wasn't a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, and let me rephrase that. I am happy that I'm married. I'm happy in my marriage. Like, I just, like, never would have, like, being married or not, like, that really wouldn't have bothered me.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know if that was like, you have a piece of paper that says, hey, you're married. I just feel, and maybe that's because I'm a child of divorce. So like I could see how divorces can be like hard and like splitting stuff up. But I'm just like, hey, like if one day like you just don't want to be with me anymore, like cool, let's just pack it up. Let's go.
Right.
But we've already decided that if we ever divorce, like she would live on that side of the house. I would still have master bedroom, like, and we would mutually respect each other, like no significant.
You think you would be able to do that?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be weird?
No. Why? I'd still probably be like, hey, you want to come cuddle? Because I'm scared. I watched Dateline. Can you come and
Would y'all
hold
like
me?
bring some other people over?
No, I'd kill her.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
That'd be
No,
weird.
I mean, like she would I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think, no. I mean, like, no, we wouldn't bring other people over. Like, unless like it was a mutual, like, hey, I'm out of town. Like, I don't know. Have fun. Like, I mean, don't be doing anything weird, but yeah.
She's in your room sniffing your clothes or something?
Dude, I'd be like, no. You gotta go. I mean, I'd probably put a camera up before I left or something.
Little ring camera
Yeah.
inside your room.
And you'd hear the click, click. What was that?
That's funny.
Yeah. No, I think so. I think we would mutually be able to do that.
Yeah.
I say that. I don't know. I also feel like I would be calm. Like if I ever found out somebody was cheating on me, like my wife, I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, I think it's time to just go. And she thinks that I would go crazy. She's like, that's the Mexican in you. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd be crazy though.
So y'all been together for a while, right? Or you, like
Yes.
she liked you in high school, but you kind of didn't like her?
We were together in high school. She was actually with somebody else in high school.
How could she?
That was she was with somebody long term. Well, I don't know how long term is on the other girls. The other girl was like not faithful.
Okay.
And so we just like started hanging out, and she was like we were dating each other. I guess you could say we were dating. We
Yeah.
were dating each other. Then she went off to college to Texas State. I went to UTSA, and then we kind of like just dated. So we've been together since 2009.
Yeah.
And then we got married in 2017. We waited till like we graduated because like I didn't want to get married in college. Like we're in college. Like, hey, we don't know what the future's going to hold.
Yeah.
And like I said, I really didn't like care if we got married or not.
Y'all were dating whenever it wasn't like cool to be
Yeah.
like bisexual or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So,
And my
especially
wife-
here.
Yeah.
Was it tough?
No, not for me. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe. Well, a lot of people thought like my wife was like really young. So they were like, how old are you? And how old is she? And I'm like, we're only a year apart. But we lived in San Antonio for a while. And then we moved back down here in 2000 and when I graduated college. So 2014.
Okay.
I think that's when I graduated. I can't remember. But I mean, we didn't have any, I say problems. I feel like a lot of people, we're not like other couples. I don't know. Like we're old souls. We like to stay home with our kids. We like to hang out. Like I don't want to go out drinking, get drunk. I don't want to hang over.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have fun, but it's just
No, I feel you. Does she help you at all? What's your wife's name?
Taylor.
Taylor. That's such an easy name. I always forget.
Yeah.
Taylor.
It's okay. Taylor.
My daughter's name is Tyler. I should remember that.
You
Taylor
should.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Does she help you with the breakfast box?
Yeah, so she comes in. She's learning to cook on the
Uh-oh.
griddle. You know, she's trying to whip it up. I
Yeah.
caught her back there. I was like, "Whoa, what you doing with my eggs?" But no.
She's like, I'm just taking an order. She has
Yeah.
like stuff all over.
Yeah, no, she's more like my marketing, and she packages up the food. So like, she's my runner whenever she
Nice.
takes out orders and stuff.
Yeah.
She'll drop some off because she's like not a talker, so she doesn't want to get caught talking. I'm the talker. That's why I need a runner because I'll sit there and talk to somebody. And I'll have like 10 orders backed up. Like, hey, you got to get back here. So she'll text me in a panic, like, stop talking, come in, and I'm like, okay, thanks. Gotta go. Bye.
Well, that's like what I feel like that's what breeds trust with your customers and
Yeah.
people like not only want to keep going to you for the food, but also because you're a nice person.
Yeah. That's why I feel like I need to be customer facing. Like I need to be like, hey guys, like, how's it going? But if I loved being a waitress. I was a waitress my whole life. Like from the age of like 13, I was like out
Same.
there. They were like, just don't touch alcohol. And I'm like, okay, gotcha.
Sure won't.
Sure won't. All right. But I've always been a waitress and I loved it. Like if I could have made a career out of that, would have done it in a heartbeat.
I always tell Kelly that was one of the funnest jobs I've ever had. I
Yes.
worked at Serrano's in Austin.
Okay.
Well, my family, I grew up in the restaurant business. My parents had the restaurant, and then my aunt and uncle had a restaurant. So
Yeah.
I grew up in the restaurant business, like busting tables when I was like 7 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
And when I was a waiter for someone else's restaurant, that was the funnest time of my life.
Yes.
It was so easy. The
Yes.
tips were good.
Loved
I
it.
remember just being in the back and people freaking out, like, we're in the weeds. Like, I got like 10 tables. And I'm
Yeah.
like, we're serving tacos. Like, why are you stressing out?
like,
about
why are you
it?
tripping?
It was like the
calm down.
easiest job we're ever going to have.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah. No, same. You want to open up a restaurant and just become like, pretend like we don't own it and just have like,
I kind of do.
yeah, let's just become like
Yeah.
waiters and waitresses.
Just talking to people was so
Yes.
much fun.
Yeah. We could have like Kelly and Taylor like in
Cook
the
in the
back.
back?
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
We could.
Y'all could be in the front. Y'all could be forward facing too.
She could be the server, or what is it, the hostess?
The hostess.
Yeah.
There you go.
The hostess with the mostest?
A beautiful face. Beautiful smiling face.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we met at my friend's wedding.
Oh.
Yeah. She was a bartender. And I was a little tipsy. I was back when I drank a lot.
Yeah.
And I gave her my card. I just had got my business card
Oh my gosh, stop.
from like, yeah.
So adult of you.
I was a loser. I still am.
No.
But I was just drunk and I kept asking for alcohol. What were you going to say?
You gotta go from the beginning. How we met. Like,
What do you mean?
you're from Texas. I'm from Ohio.
Oh, well, I don't know if that really. Oh, yeah. So she's from Ohio. I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
And which you knew that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So my friend was getting married in Ohio.
Oh.
So I flew up to Ohio.
Wow. That's
And-
like far from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I met her there, and I was drunk, and I gave her my card, and then I tried to convince her to go to the next bar because we were going bar hopping that night after the wedding, because the wedding was in a hotel,
Yeah.
and Yeah, we were going bar hopping, and she didn't come. But the next day, I wanted to see her, which is weird.
That is weird.
Because that's not like me typically.
Yeah.
So I went and saw her. We're at her place of business the next day.
Wow.
And we just kept
How did
talking.
you find out where she worked?
She told me that night.
Oh, okay. I'm like, don't be.
Or we were
creepy.
texting that out on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're so adult.
That's
I
how
would
we
have gone out
met.
bar hopping and then gone to work. No, I'm just
So that's how we met. So
Wow. So y'all met in Ohio.
Yeah.
And then you moved down here for him.
the best decision of her life. Best state in the world.
Yeah. Hold down the enthusiasm over there.
She doesn't like Texas. I don't think she likes this area.
Oh.
I think we were just like in the Austin area. That place
Yeah.
is like pretty, the whole country. That's where
Yeah.
I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like Brazoria County is just like, it's a great county. Like people are wonderful. I don't want to come off like I'm
Right.
a hater of Brazoria County,
You're still a hater.
but it's Brazoria County.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
No, yeah. I would have definitely stayed in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I just like to like see different things. Like I feel like you could be in, like that area and you could just like you're just like, you know, an hour away from like different things. Like,
Yeah,
just like go
Austin.
check it out. We're like an hour away from Houston.
Right.
And the beach. Okay.
Right.
Like who's going to our beach to go swimming?
Nobody.
And if you are, don't.
Yeah, you'd be
like-
swimming in the chemicals.
Yeah. Or just like everything over there. Yeah.
Yeah, no one, like, I feel like Brazoria County, when people retire, they don't stay here.
No.
No one retires, wants to stay in Brazoria County. Unless
No.
you're a lot of people that work in Dow or the plants that move from Midland,
Oh yeah.
they want to escape the snow, so
Mm-hmm.
they'll stay here.
Yeah.
Or stay in Texas for sure, but some of them will stay here.
Yeah.
But no one's like, you know, I'm going to have a nice life after retirement and stay.
And let's stay in Brazoria County.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the only reason you stay here is like if your grandkids are here. Like our help, like my parents are here.
Yeah.
Taylor's parents are here. I like that our children could grow up with their cousins.
Yeah.
Like we have like one cousin that lives, like my sister, she lives in Pearland. She has my niece and my nephew. And then my brother lives in San Antonio still. And he has 4 kids. Well, he's going on his 4th kid. So those are the only ones. And like we see them at holidays, but I'm like, I never had cousins in my like age group. So I never got to grow up with cousins, but like my brother, like my mom has 11 brothers and sisters and each of them have about 4 to 5 kids.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's like so many cousins and none of them are in my age group. Like they're all in my brother's age group or my younger brother and sister's age group. Like none in my age group. So I'm like, I want that bond for them.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah, I grew up that way too. Big family, Mexican, so obviously it's a big family.
Right.
But I had tons of cousins, boys and girls, and all around my age. And now we don't, like, I don't live around family. Her family's in Ohio, so
Right.
like we got some wonderful friends,
Right.
but it's not family, you know.
Yeah.
And we're not close to anybody
Yeah.
for help or anything, so
Yeah.
that's
No,
a
I
big
get that.
mess. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So Taylor helps you with the breakfast box.
Yes. See, how did we get here?
I don't know. That's what
I don't know.
happens.
See, yeah, I just
Just conversation.
yeah. I'm just like sometimes I'm a roller
That's
coaster.
perfect.
Yeah, she does. She's great. She helps me. She's
Yeah.
my package.
She's your social media person?
She's my social media
Oh,
person.
that's a full-time job though.
Yeah. No, she is. Like, you should see whenever we had to like take pictures of like all our food to make it appetizing. I mean, like, still we take pictures and people are like, your toast looks like shit. And I'm like, so does your face. But I'm just kidding.
That's funny. How'd y'all take did y'all like on the phone? Well, the phones take really good photos these days.
Yeah,
So.
she'll take the photos, but like we have to have like more light. So we have like, it's a fire hazard with how much like lights we'll have set up over there. Yeah.
All the ring lights and stuff.
All of them. And
Yeah.
all like just the spotlights and everything. But
Do y'all feel pressure to do a bunch, like, do y'all post every day? Do y'all post frequently?
we try to post every day. Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. No, it is. It's super hard. I used to think like I wanted to be a content creator on TikTok. Like, I don't know how people do that.
No.
Like posting, like I have videos on my phone. I'm like, I'm never going to post that. Like ever. I'll post the ones of my son and I. But
Those are good videos.
Yeah.
I feel like I like content with kids
Yeah.
always hits really hard.
yeah, he likes to bake and stuff. So he'll help me. He helps me a lot.
Are you coming up with new recipes constantly here? And
I try.
uh,
Yeah. I feel like since we've opened the restaurant, like I really haven't cooked.
why?
because
because you cook there.
I'm
and you-
cooking over there, and then like I'm
Yeah.
like, so I try to like make stuff here. But I mean, like it's soup season, so I have like a lot of like soups in rotation. But I did make some bomb chicken spaghetti the other day. Like
that sounds good.
so good. My son's eaten on it for like 4 days in a row because he loves it.
Do y'all want to expand? So it's called breakfast box, but that can encompass a lot of different foods. But
Yeah.
have you thought about doing lunch?
We wanted to originally be called the lunchbox, but I didn't want to like know what lunch menu, like what lunch items we could have, because like we're very, I say limited. Like there's a vent hood that you have to get installed if you want to do a grease producing food or just a heat producing food, and there's like thousands of dollars difference. So right now we like got away with like the heat producing. So if we did like anything like fried or anything like that to like do lunch,
Yeah.
it'd be like several $1,000s more. But eventually, like I think we want to do like the breakfast box and the lunch box. Like at 11:30, a switch over to the lunch box.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like Roseanne, the show?
Like a few times. Not
yeah,
a big.
she
not a big
worked
one.
at the lunch box.
Yeah.
So
That
I
would
want
be
to do
big.
that. Yeah, I would love to do.
There's
that.
a lot of people that would go in and eat lunch. I know
Yeah.
some friends joke with you about that,
Yeah,
about the lunch.
yeah.
Does it hurt your feelings a little bit?
No,
No?
no, 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 no. I try to suppress those feelings. I just,
You start
I
crying?
just put it down. Deep down. Yeah,
That's funny.
it's my goal for 2024 to not be so damn emotional. You know?
And I think I've asked you this before, but is Refine do you want to venture out anywhere else other than Refine? But that'd be hard because then you have to hire people, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like everybody's goal is to like go bigger, and
Yeah.
I hope that one day, like, you know, we could have, you know, more, like we could do more. But I feel comfortable with Refined
Yeah.
because like it's like breakfast, like it's one and done. But I'm like, I don't know like how they would feel about having like a lunch spot open in there, you know, because then I
Yeah.
feel like it would smell like food and not like coffee, like they would want it to.
Oh yeah, the smell coming from the back.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like sometimes, I mean, like I feel like I smell like eggs, but I'm like, does everybody else smell eggs?
Well, it depends like what kind of lunch you do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you could go for like because I feel like your breakfast items are like healthy-ish.
Yeah.
Like they're healthy. So you could do like a healthy-ish lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess if you fry stuff, that's when it starts to smell.
Well, I mean, like
right?
I don't want to like fry anything. Like I don't want to
Just frying everything in the
yeah,
back.
just
Fried
everything
coffee,
like
fried
fried
shit.
up. Yeah, I guess it would like I make a really good pulled like a roast grilled cheese, like, and it's like really cheesy roast. Like I make pot roast, and I like love it for like the days after because I make like quesadillas with it. I'll make like mac and cheese with the meat, like anything after that. So like I think that like if we could do like something like a sandwich, like a gourmet sandwich that's
Yeah.
not like super greasy, like just minimal ingredients. But I
Yeah.
also don't like a cold sandwich. Like you can make a cold sandwich at home.
I feel like that hits hard with coffee, like a hot sandwich.
But you
like-
think like a roast sandwich with like, let's have some coffee.
Yeah,
You think that?
I think so.
That came to mind.
I have some coworkers that are from Europe. My boss actually,
Yeah.
and his deal was coffee. So we'd go eat like some nasty food around here.
Yeah.
and then we'd go have coffee.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of why I'm obsessed with coffee now, actually, because of him.
I'll go
But
put it on BC updates to see how everybody feels about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that should be
Well,
your gauge
yeah.
always. Like, what would BC
Yeah.
updates think?
What would they say?
Yeah.
They're gonna like tear me to shreds. Like, you want a hot sandwich with coffee? Like, no. I could drink coffee though. Like, I drink coffee from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep.
Same.
Like
yeah.
all the time.
Same.
Like that's why I think like I need to like scale it back. I'm like, whoa, you're only 32. You're gonna like give yourself a heart attack.
It
How
depends
much
what
coffee?
study you read.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
Just look at the good studies that show that it promotes health and well-being and all that crap.
Yeah, I feel like you could like
Just read
really,
those ones.
Yeah, I feel like cup of coffee and a cigarette or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like a sandwich, the cold brew. I don't know. I love cold brew, so
Yeah.
I'm always a cold brew guy. But I feel like having a select sandwich, that'd be good. Yeah, lunch
Yeah.
would be awesome.
Well, when I do the round for like lunch, the lunch box, I'll let
Are you
y'all
gonna
be in
call
my
it the lunchbox? Mm-hmm. Dang, so like two separate businesses almost.
Yeah,
Dang. Big girl.
Yeah. Is it crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still love cooking though?
I do. there's some days that like I wake up and I'm like, can I see myself doing this at 70? You know? I'm like, that's only like, like 30 years.
That's a long
or
time.
40,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, can I? But I'm like, at that time, like my grandkids could be running it or something,
Yeah.
I hope to God I have grandkids so they can run it. I could be like the next White Nenas, but just the breakfast box.
Did they move recently?
They're going to be in downtown. I don't know when they're opening.
Is it at the other coffee shop that closed? Yeah.
Lola's. Yep.
Lola's Coffee. Yeah.
Oh, was I allowed to say that? Sorry.
I don't know. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, I was like,
I didn't want to say
sorry. Yeah.
Lola's. It was Stardust.
There
yeah.
you go. That's what it was.
Does she still paint there? Do you know?
No, she's like doing murals and stuff. She just did one for, there's a new restaurant that opened in the mall called Sunset. I don't know. It was like a surf. It's gonna be like a surf and turf, but it's a surf shop that they just opened into a restaurant, and I am excited to try it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the logo looks really, really neat.
It's like steak and
I don't know if it's like steak or if it's like
or just seafood stuff.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where it's at in the mall. We were just at the mall, so I don't know where.
I'm intrigued now.
Yeah, maybe we should like see it when they open.
Do you find that giving your product for free will, like, does it help generate sales for you?
I would think so. Like I gave some to All Smiles, probably like the place next to us a couple of weeks ago, and they came in for breakfast.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if it was off of that, or I don't know if the front ladies were just like, these are for me. Like maybe. I don't know. I mean, cause I go in there and I give a spiel, like everybody thinks I'm selling something. I was like, I'm not selling anything. Like this is my business. Like I just want y'all to know that we're here and we serve breakfast, and you could order online and all that fun stuff. But I don't know how many people really listen to my spiel, or if they're just like, give me the product and leave.
Do you have it typed up, or do you have it like memorized?
I have it memorized, but I can't, like if I read something, it feels very scripted. Like, hi, my name is Danielle.
Yeah, I'm from Breakfast Box.
Yeah. And they're like, okay. They're like, how much do they pay this girl? And I'm like, no, I'm the owner. Like, yeah, it's me. Yeah, I did this.
Yeah, I might have told you this before, but have you? So you're on TikTok. Do you follow that Alex Hormozy guy? He's like he's like a business builder. He builds businesses. And he's like a billionaire. He's like a young dude who works out. I'll send you some of his content, but he talks about like giving stuff away for free. Yeah. Is he saying it's bad? No, he says it's good. Oh. Okay. It's like that's the way, like if you look at your competition. Yeah. And how do you separate yourself? Yeah. Give away the thing that your competition is selling for at a high rate. And then that separates you from your business. Huh. Well, look at that. I'm already there. It's because it builds trust, right? Yeah. Like, I feel like it does. Yeah. I feel like if I had an establishment and you came in and you gave me your product, I think I would be like, oh, I want to go and spend some money there. Definitely. I know. I mean, like that's my hope. Like, and I want to do it where like somebody can nominate a business, like to like get something. Cause I usually give away a dozen, because if I just do a 3-pack, who's going to try the 3-pack? Just like you. Right. So I give away a dozen. So like if you have 12 people that want to try some, or like share some with your friends, cut them in half, like whatever you want to do. Like, like I would do that. Like I want to, I just did a market. What was it? It wasn't a market. I forgot what it was called. Somebody was like, hey, do you want to set up here and you could like give out samples? And I did like 100 samples and I filled them, and they were like, oh my gosh, these are so good. And I got pre-orders from that. Like I got I think 7 dozen pre-orders. That's awesome. Yeah. So I'm like, if I can just get out there and just tell people, hey, this is what we have, you're going to come in. Yeah, I feel like Lake Jackson's a cool spot too. We were just kind of talking crap about Missouri County, but I feel like Lake Jackson like supports local business really well. Yeah, no, I think so. Because kind of that's all that's really here, right? But I feel like when you say your local business getting started or whatever, people really come out and support you. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. You have those people that will, and then you have the people that you thought would support you, and then they've never shown any interest. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. But those hardcore supporters, man. Yeah. No, those supporters keep you going. Like I have one lady who comes in there every day
And I'm like, you go, girl. Like, I appreciate you so much.
Love
Like,
you
you
so
have
much.
no
They end
idea.
up being like your biggest fans and your biggest supporters.
They really do. They really do.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Like y'all. Like, I love when I see y'all's name come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly Belly.
I'm like, look at that. Look at Kelly Alba right there.
Right
That's my
there.
friends.
Yeah, we're in there quite often. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We're big fans. I love the people at Refined. I love
Yeah.
the coffee there. I love the atmosphere. I love everything.
What's your favorite coffee there? Or you get
I'm
something
just
different?
a cold brew.
Oh.
Like I'm like I say I'm just like that's just my drink. But
Yeah.
every now and then I'll have like the baristas. I think I usually tell Monica the most like, hey, just give me your favorite thing, and she's like, do you want that? Don't even tell me what it is.
Yeah.
Just tell me. But I'll tell the other baristas there, and they get kind of like, I think kind of nervous because they
Yeah.
don't like. What if I don't like it? But I'm just gonna like it.
Yeah.
I'm the wrong person to ask if something's good
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have it in me. Not that I don't have it in me. Like if it's really nasty, I'd be like, ugh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
But I just like everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I'm like, oh, that's nasty. I'm not gonna eat it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just the
Same.
wrong person.
And I feel like you can't go wrong with coffee.
No.
Like, you know, like I say your base is all the same. I could be totally speaking out of context because I've never made coffee before, but I mean, like, other than my own that I'm like, okay, I like it.
Right.
But I feel like it's like coffee and then like whatever you put into it.
Right.
Like, I mean, then you have like, you know, a latte, like that's just more milk or whatever. But yeah, no, I feel like you can't go wrong with coffee.
Yeah, I like that they have the clean ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ariana makes a point to have the best ingredients.
Right.
It's clean. There's not additives or preservatives. Their milk for milking is like local dairy guy.
Right.
I like.
So he's
all
like
that.
local or like
Oh,
Houston
he's from
local?
like around Waco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but milking. It's a Texas dairy farm, family owned since like early 1900s.
Wow.
They do like minimal. They don't do any like hormones or they don't shoot their cows up with anything, any medication. So it's like it's a legit dairy farm.
I like them. I like the play on words, milking.
I know that's a good spot. They got like a local store there on the farm where you can go buy raw milk.
Have you ever had raw milk? Like, is it good?
I had it. It's the only milk that didn't make me like poop my brains out.
Really?
Yeah,
What does it taste like? Is it like a thicker texture?
it's like a thicker, creamier. That's what she said. Texture.
Does it taste like what does it taste like? Does it taste like the milk we're used to, or no?
I don't know. I grew up on like Borden milk, so it's like it doesn't taste like that. No. It's like it's just like a thicker, more pure milk, I guess, is the best way to.
What is the aftertaste?
I don't think it really has an aftertaste. So we had like a 1 gallon and then like a half a gallon.
Yeah.
And we were giving it to the kids. I don't know if we actually finished it all because we didn't drink it in time. It goes
Bad really fast,
It goes
right?
bad quicker. Yes.
Isn't it like 7 days or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't finish it in time, and you could tell when it goes bad. But,
Yeah.
not like like HEB milk when you go and it has a bunch of crap in it, and like
Right.
it goes bad in like 12 days, but
Yeah.
you can it still
Really,
smells
like-
good like
Yeah.
Been
Been there, done that.
2 weeks
yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I would say it's like a cleaner milk, and I didn't poop my brains out either.
That's good.
So
I was looking into it like a long time. It was like during COVID, I believe. Was
Yeah.
when I was looking into like the raw. We have like there's a farm here, or Alvin, I think, that has raw milk, but I couldn't drink it because I was pregnant. And so like I wasn't able, or I was breastfeeding or something like that.
it's wild that they tell people not to drink it.
Right? When it's supposed to be like pure.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's a conspiracy.
well,
So I know a lot of pregnant women on Instagram that I follow that do drink it, but they're
Yeah.
like the carnivore community.
yeah.
They're all about raw milk. They'll drink it while they're pregnant, while they're breastfeeding, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, like everything's like a conspiracy, right? Like you're not supposed to have alcohol while like you're pregnant, but like my daughter's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
They said you can't smoke and like
Yeah, I mean,
2
like
packs a
really,
day.
like it's okay. Like really, I mean, she's a little wild. Like she likes to dance, but where she's fine.
Yeah, she's
No.
fine. She's missing an eyeball. She's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like it was just a drink. Like that, we're okay.
One a day.
One a day.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, post that on VC update. See what happens.
No, I think I actually had a glass of wine with my son, and he's way calmer than my daughter.
Really?
I probably should have that glass of wine with my daughter, but I
Ooh.
never did.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
aren't but girls are typically more calm, aren't they?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like I feel like I was like a great child, I still feel like I'm like the best child to have, like out of my 5 brothers and sisters. So like, I mean, like, I just felt like my daughter was going to take after me. I was wrong. Very wrong.
How old is your daughter? How old are your kids?
My daughter's 1.
Oh, God.
And my son is 4. My son is very relaxed, calm. Like, he's like emotional. Like, he gets very like, if he's like about something, he gets like very about it. Like, he's like me.
Right.
My daughter, it's like a whirlwind of everything.
Emotions.
Yeah, she's like, she'll tear, like, the reason our tree like has only like ornaments like from there up is because she's taken every single one of them
She don't mess with that one though, huh?
Yeah, well, those are all like, she could throw those. Like, I bought those for my son whenever he was a baby, and I like, he like never touched the tree, and then my wife was like, hey, let's put up the tree like in November, and I'm like, why? And she's like, so we could be in this Christmas spirit. And I'm like, you know how much stress that is? Like, she just put these presents out the other day, and I'm like, do you realize she's gonna open all of them? Yeah,
It looks very festive in here. You do a good job.
Thank you.
Did you do it or she did it?
I did it. Yeah, she has the idea of like, hey, let's put out Christmas, and then like she'll help me get it out of the attic, and then she's like, peace out, like,
So,
you got
like,
this.
When you hear let's do something, you know that's code for,
hey,
can you do this?
yes. Yeah,
funny.
like all, but like this was my idea, because like I got these balls last year,
Yeah.
and they're like really hard to blow up, but I did
Oh,
get them
they're
last year.
blow-up
They're
balls.
blow up balls. Yeah.
Oh.
But I got them
You
on
like
sale.
balls, don't you?
You know,
Kind of, right?
kinda, you know, not officially off the market, you know. But yeah, you have to blow them up, like, and I got them for like $2 on sale last year. I'm all about a sale, so like if I could get something for Christmas, like I'll check what I want this year, put it in my cart, and then like after Christmas, I'm like, oh look, $2, like let's get it.
Let's
like
get
the tree that I have outside, that's in the that's like the light up one, LED, regular, like, I don't know, like $100. I got it for like $15 last year.
Hilarious.
So all this stuff I have to hide from my wife, so she doesn't know I spent all this money. But I'm like, really, it was on sale. Like, girl math, it was free this year.
Y'all don't share the same like account?
We do, but like,
She don't watch it?
no.
No.
Like reconciling, like, hey, we got enough to pay bills, that's great. Go on. Next.
Next month, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we always live off a month behind, you know. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, great.
I think I'd stress out about that.
Yeah, you check your bank account often?
Very well. No, I don't check it often, but very like type A personality.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
Yeah.
So you're type A or type B? So she's type A.
Yeah,
type
she's
B.
type A. Am I type B? I've never done a test, so like, should I?
I don't know. Yeah, I think you have to have a professional.
Oh,
I'm not a professional.
you're not
Just
a professional.
assuming. No.
Oh,
My,
what would you would classify me as type B?
I would say you're more like Kelly, so probably type B.
What are the characteristics of a type B?
Like you go with the flow, nothing like stresses you out.
Yep,
You know,
me.
you're loosey goosey when it comes to schedule.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's me.
That's not me. It's not me at all. I'm like, supposed to start at 2:00. I need to start now. What the hell is going on? That's me.
No.
That's me.
Oh, yeah. See, but I mean, like, it's great that y'all like
Can
are
balance
together.
each other
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Because like, you can't both be like that. Like, you'll just be a stick in the mud.
You
Like,
think
think
so?
about how boring your life would be if you
If
didn't
you're
have
two
Kelly.
type A,
Two type A.
God, we'd get a lot of stuff done.
Really? You think so? I don't think so. Maybe.
We'd get a lot
Maybe.
of stuff done.
Yeah, a lot of butting heads. Like, yeah. But I mean, like, I was so proud of my wife when actually she planned it. So like, but she like told me one day, I was like, literally just wake me up one day, say we're going on vacation. And she did. It was for our baby, our baby moon with my son. She was like, hey, she had an itinerary. Don't let her fool you. But she was like, we're going to Waco, get dressed. Or she didn't even tell me actually. She was like, get dressed. We're leaving. And I was like, okay. She's like, but you got to pack your bag because I don't know what could fit you right now. And I was like, okay, because I'm pregnant. Like, don't make me cry. And she made like a whole itinerary of like everything to do. I'm like, I love this. Like, let's do it. Then I'll try to do the same thing for her. Like, she let me plan a trip one time. She's never let me plan a trip. Like, everything, like, she's like, like, what are we doing this day, this day, this day? And I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. So she was like, I'll let you plan a trip. I was like, you will? She's like, yeah. I made a whole fake itinerary. I even made a website. This is how like crazy I am. I even
Holy
made a
cow.
fake website, and I like remember doing some coding in school. So like they were having, I forgot what city this was in because like I made this all up. And I was like, hey, we're going to stay at an Airbnb at a tiny home community in this city. You don't get cell phone service, but they're having, I was like, they have a Simon's Pizza, I think, or something like that. And they're having I think it was like a watermelon festival. And she was like, what? I was like, don't worry, I got it all. I was like, we're going to leave. This is when we worked at the car dealership. So I was like, we're going to leave here. We'll get there about 11. He said he'll meet me at the front door with the keys. It's like a little tiny home. We got this. Printed her out everything. I made like fake email. I went as far as like emailing myself back and forth through like emails. So this like all looked legit to her.
Oh, dang.
She's like calling her mom in a panic, like, Danielle's gonna get us killed. She's been emailing this guy back and forth. Like, I was like, hey, I'm even thinking about getting property out there. Like, let's like, I found this like house for sale, like everything, like correspondent, like crazy. She's panicking. And I'm like, we get in the car and like, I'm recording, which wasn't like abnormal for us. And she's like, I was like, are you ready? She's like, where are we really going? And I was like, that's where we're going, dude. So we just drive. I ended up taking us to New Orleans, like mainly because I wanted to gamble, but I'm like, let's just go. She's like, you really did this, like all of this? I was like, I wanted to freak you out because like, she's like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not going to have any cell phone service. I was like, none. I was like, this is going to be great. We're reconnecting. We're going to like really go for this. She's like, oh my gosh. She's like, I've never planned a trip since.
So
like,
she
ever.
had no clue that you were driving to New Orleans.
None.
Holy
None.
shit.
We just started driving. She was like, she won't let me like nothing. Like, I can't even pick the places we want to eat. Like, she's already like, hey, I got all of these places. This is what's on the menu. This is what we're going to eat. This. I'm like, seriously? Like, let me just go for it, dude. She's like, no.
That's funny.
Yeah. So she has to be in control of this
She's
situation.
very type A.
Very. Yeah. But it's okay. I like it. Like, girl, do your thing. Gotcha. Like, then I don't have to think about it. You spend like forever like, hey, where you want to eat? Where you want to eat? That's why we don't eat anymore. Like, I'll cook it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've become that mom. Like, hey, we got it at home.
It's
You're
so
fine.
much easier to cook at home.
So much. I love it so much.
It's so expensive going out. You got 2 kids.
Yeah.
So when you feed them, like every time we go out to eat, it's
easily like $100.
easy.
Like, don't even. Everybody gets water.
Yeah. Even if we go to like, have you ever been to Mighty Fine in Austin?
No.
Oh my God. It's like a really good burger spot.
Mighty Fine.
Mighty Fine burgers, fries, and shakes.
Like, how are they compared to Chris Madrid's?
What is it?
You've never had Chris Madrid's in
Where's
San
that at?
Antonio?
No.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. We go to San Antonio like at least twice a year.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like, Chris Madrid's burgers are like, oh my gosh.
The business?
Yeah, like my mouth is watering right now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we need to try it then.
Yeah, you need to try it.
Chris Madrid.
Chris Madrid's.
We have to get the.
Never.
Is there only one? Is it a chain? Is there only one?
No, there's only one.
Okay.
Unless they open another location. But
Okay.
there's only one. Like, you order your burger. They have like this big, they have like a regular burger. They have like a tostada burger.
Oh, wow.
They have like, they probably added so many from there. But like, Chris Madrid's is where it's at.
Chris Madrid.
Yes, Chris Madrid.
Okay, we're gonna go there next
Yeah.
time. Where's it at? Like, how far is it away from like
I want to say it's off
downtown
of,
Riverwalk?
I want to say it's off of Bandera
Okay.
Road. Maybe.
So it's
I
kinda
don't know. I
close.
could be totally wrong.
Yeah,
on
it's
that.
like not even in San Antonio.
Not
It's in New
no, it
Orleans.
is in San Antonio. It is. But there's also, have you been to Chester's Burgers?
In San Antonio?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
We always eat like, you know what's one of our favorites in San Antonio is mitiera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we always have to make a stop there.
Oh, yeah. No,
and
for
then
sure.
it's like usually just like whatever we find on the Riverwalk usually.
Okay.
We usually stay like on the Riverwalk,
Uh-huh.
so we don't venture off too far from there.
Okay. I think it's close to downtown. I want
Yeah.
to say it's close to downtown. But next time you're there, you got to go to Chris Madrid's.
We're gonna go.
You like Mediterranean food?
I love food. Yeah.
Okay. You'll need to try Pasha.
Pasha sounds good.
It's so good. It's Mediterranean food. I was a waitress there.
Really?
Yeah, they hated women. Hated women.
Really?
Oh yeah, like I got fired. I quit. That was the first job I ever quit.
Oh wow.
They were very in their culture. They just like women are beneath them.
As it should be. No, I'm joking. Joking.
Podcast over and out.
Joking.
And so we were, I was closing one day, and it was like me and this other guy, and he was like talking like super down on me, but I had tables. I wasn't gonna let my table see that. Like, it was a very open concept. And he was like, he said something to me. I don't know what he said. Oh, I think it was like he was telling somebody the time, and I was like, oh, he was like, you'll get cut at like 10 or something. I don't know. I'm making something up. It was something like that. And I was like, oh, I had looked at the clock, and I was like, I thought I said it in my head, and I was like, oh, it's 10:05. And he was like, I didn't effing ask you what time it was, and like started going at it. And I still walked outside, and I was like, Danielle, just breathe. Just breathe. Because I'm like, no, I'm a very calm person. Like, unless like you keep on picking and pick and pick and pick. And I tried to call my wife. She wasn't my wife at the time, but I tried to call her. She didn't answer. I tried to call my brother's dad. He like always calmed me down because he's like really reasonable. Didn't answer. And I was like, this is God testing me. This is God, this right here. I went back inside, and I was like, I don't know. He said something to me, and I don't even know. Like, I blacked out at that point. And that was the only job I ever quit. There was a lot of words that I'm not proud of. And I told him that I wish the place burned down. They had really good food, so it's really sad because I really liked it. But I just couldn't go back to that location. But that guy got fired, which is great.
So he was only like the shift manager. And
he was a shift manager, but but he was very like, I don't know.
That's a thing, right? Shift supervisors at restaurants are very condescending and think that they like rule the world. So that the Serrano's one I worked at. I had two jobs. I worked at Serrano's, and I also worked at the radio station.
Oh, really? You did the radio station?
I worked at radio for a long time.
That is so cool.
It was like the funnest job. So I was only part-time at the radio station, and so they would call me like randomly and say, hey, can you pick up shifts? Right. So I was always the guy like at every station I would never said no. I don't care what time of day it was. If they called me like an hour before, I'd go. And you weren't allowed to be on the phone. Everyone was on the phone, but you weren't allowed to be on the phone. Right. So I was in the back taking a call, and then young, like he was like 3 years older than me, came and was like, hey, I need your phone. And I was like, dude, was my other job. Like I'm sorry, I picked it up and blah blah blah. He's like, no, I need your phone. I was like, I'm not giving you my phone. He's like, well, we're gonna have some serious consequences here. And I was like, dude, I'm not gonna give you my phone. And he's like, well, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave your shift for today. And I said, well, fuck off, dude. I'm out of here, dude. I need this job. And that was the only job I've ever quit.
See, exactly.
It was but it wasn't just that one guy.
Right.
It was every shift. Like once, even the people, there was like a couple of people that got promoted. While the time I was there.
I just hate that.
They just like changes
them.
Yeah. It's like, dude, calm down.
Like I expect. Calm down. Like bring it back here. I mean, like I really don't like when like a supervisor or like any type of like authority figure like in any type of industry, if you're not willing to do what clean bathrooms, if you're not willing to do what other people do, if you're just going to sit there and dictate, like if you see other people and like you just think you're above them, that bothers me. Like I've always treated the person at the bottom the same as the person at the top. Like everybody, they're still people. They all deserve respect. So like, it doesn't matter. Like, and I just like when I see like supervisors and they're like not going to do something that somebody else, like, hey, you told them to go wash dishes. Like you go wash dishes, or you're going to sit out there and you're just going to eat your lunch while like
everyone's working their ass off.
I'm like, just help everybody. Like that's just always how it.
I like how some companies call like the supervisors or managers, they've changed the name to leaders, like shift leader or whatever, because how do you lead people? You're supposed to lead from the front and like lead by example and all those bullshit sayings, but
no,
I think it's funny. That's a restaurant thing, for sure.
No, for sure. That's see, maybe we had the same leader. Maybe that's what it was. And maybe that was the first. And I loved being a waitress, so I didn't want to quit. But
it was fun. Have you ever seen the movie Waiting?
Is that the one with the pins? Like,
it's with Ryan Reynolds as kind of like the big one in there, but it's about a restaurant.
Did they have something with like the best and pens or something? Or no? Am I thinking of the wrong movie?
I think you're thinking of the wrong movie. I don't remember.
I'll have to check it out.
It's a really funny movie, but it's about the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like perfectly, like it's like so perfect. Like the server, the old server is like sleeping with the young hostess there, like wants to sleep. He sleeps with
Relatable.
all the servers. like it's like so, the cooks are dirty. There's this one scene where this one person is really rude to the server.
Yeah.
So like she's obnoxiously rude, and so they take her plate back and they're like, she did it, and then everyone votes to fuck up her food.
Oh my gosh. No,
So they
never
like,
done that.
They go down the line and they all do something to the food. Like one
Stop.
guy pulls his pubes hair out and like puts it on.
Never, ever. Nope. Never done that.
That
Never.
has to happen though, right? Like I've never witnessed something like that at a restaurant,
Really?
but for sure that happens.
Oh, I'm sure. Like that's
Right.
why, like, even if something at a restaurant's like not good, I'm like, I'll eat
yeah,
it. It's
I'm
fine.
not gonna send it back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna send it
Oh,
back.
there's no way in hell I'm gonna send it
Yeah,
back.
I'm like, no.
I
you
love
know
it. It
what?
tastes good.
It's so good. I love it. It's
I love
great.
a well done steak.
Yeah, it's so juicy.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I could never.
Well, Danielle, I appreciate your time this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
I've had fun.
Me
How
too.
can people follow you? The Breakfast Pop have an IG?
Yes, it's
Okay.
the Breakfast
I need
Box
to follow you.
LJ.
Okay.
Yes, I think we changed.
Did someone
it to
have the breakfast box?
Yes.
Those sons of bitches.
I know, but we were able to buy the name, the Breakfast Box.
Oh, they let you message them?
Well, I think they were out of, I want to say Austin.
Okay.
And they let it go. And it was like, I got to pick it up. Like it just had expired.
That's awesome.
So I picked it up right then.
Did you have to pay them or what? Like
No, I just had to pay the state because
state?
like they like let it lapse or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I bought it. Mine now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And on Facebook?
The Breakfast Box LJ.
Okay, cool.
We just kept it solid across the board.
Easy
Yeah.
peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, I
Thank you.
appreciate your time, and I'll let you know when this comes out.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Love
you so
bye.
much. Love you. Bye.
Boom.
Boom.
Done skis.
Dude.